What's good? What's good? Top of the morning, top of the morning. Hope everybody out there feeling good. Reporting live from New York. It's raining all day, is what it seems like. I think this is supposed to be all day. And I ain't mad at it. I'm loving it. I love the rain. So I'm not mad at it. Unless if I had something that I had to do, I probably would be a little annoyed that it's raining all day. But at this present time, today specifically, I don't got much to do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind the rain. I love the rain. If you just tuned in, wake up, hit that like, subscribe, share. I appreciate all the views I've been getting lately. Excuse me. I appreciate all the likes I've been getting lately. Y'all been showing a nigga some love, respect. And let's keep it going, man. Share, 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 share. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And like. You heard? It's a growing page. And we want to keep it going. You know what I mean? We definitely want to keep it going. Ain't no stopping us now type shit. You know what I mean? So once again, subscribe, like, share, share, share. And if you feeling real generous, you know what I mean, leave a comment. Let me know where you watching from. Yes, I ain't gonna lie, it's coming down. It's coming down. And this ain't like that rain we had last week. That short stint of a rainstorm that only lasted a couple seconds. It was light. Like it wasn't that heavy rain. You know what I mean? Today, for the past few hours, since yesterday, we've been getting them chances of heavy rain throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Real rain. Because I know after those 130 days, I mean, I was saying it was a $130, but it was only 100. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what I was telling everybody. I'm like, yo, it's a $130 out there. But yeah, after those 100-degree days, man, Lord knows the trees, the grass, the streets, they need that water to cool off, you know what I mean? So yeah, I love the rain, man. Word up. The only reason why this live is not even taking place in the rain is because I went outside yesterday, a couple of hours before this time. You know what I'm saying? And if I had to go outside again today, shit, I would have been outside making this shit in pouring rain, man. Word up. A lot of y'all probably would have thought something was wrong with me. Like, yo, why he out there in the rain like that? You know, I wasn't a kid. you know. But I'm just telling y'all how it would have went. Yo, what up? What's good? What's good? Shout out to Leo Gonzalez. I'm living. I'm breathing. Thank God. Shout out to Jonas. Where y'all tapping in from? Cause y'all already know I'm in New York. Y'all in New York too, or y'all in another state or another country? Let me know. We gotta get some island girls on here, man. Or share this page with your island girls. Sweden. Shout out to Sweden. We got Sweden in the building. 9:41 a.m. Tuned in with your boy. Shout out to Sweden. Hopefully one day I could pull up over there, do a concert or something. Know what I mean? Sweden in the building. Yeah, man, we need some I need some girls from the island tuned into me. I ain't gonna lie. I want some Nigerian girls tuned into me and shit, some Brazilian joints. I think it's time for me to drop some female joints again. Stray Kids? Nah, I never heard of them. What is that? Shout out to Lucky. 1541 here. What's that? That's 3:41 in the morning, right? Or is that afternoon? That's probably the morning, right? Stray Kids is a K-pop group. Yeah, I never heard of them. I don't really know too much about K-pop, and I definitely never heard of them before. I know what K-pop is. I just don't know much about it, if that makes sense. Yeah, I never heard of them. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's coming down. This shit coming down. It's like that down south rain. Like when it rain down south, that should be raining for real, for real. Like down south don't be getting like little drizzles and shit. Nah, when it rain, it rain. You hear that shit hitting the patio. Crazy. Now, see, in New York City, they always paint the picture like It start raining, you can run home, run through the streets. Now that is only a fact if it's drizzling. If it ain't drizzling, all that jog home shit, that shit is quiet, bro. By the time you get about 3 feet, nigga, you gonna be soaking wet if it's pouring. Real shit. I'm not telling you not to jog home though. I'm just saying if jogging home was the answer to you not being soaking wet, you figured you could run home quickly and shit. Nah, I'm here to tell you that shit ain't nah, man. Not when it's pouring. Your back, your jeans, your pants, whatever you got on, sneakers. Don't have on no sneakers that never supposed to hit the rain. Cause once you wear those on a day like today, or when it's pouring, it's over, bro. Those sneakers will never be the same. They might dry and look the same when it's over with, but they'll never be the same. You might hear them bitches squeaking after that, cause the water done morphed the rubber around your shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it'll never be the same. And then if you got some bright colors on your shit, that might fade from the rain, the water. Yeah, so I like that real rain, that down south rain, that real shit. I ain't going for. I'm about to put this on my tripod, cause that's what I got it for. Where the fuck I put that shit on? Yeah, that's a dub. I'm not about to go grab that shit at the moment. But yeah, man. Monday morning. Make America great again. Trump 2028. So you honestly believe that you're gonna be able to vote for Trump for the next term? And actually believe that he could possibly win the next term? Like, that's a lot of faith to have, buddy. That's a hell of a lot of faith to have. Shit, you might even have more faith than Jesus. Trump 2028? Yeah, that's almost a delusional faith. Like you borderline delusional and impossible, unrealistic, and like you in a make believe realm between the living and the dead. So you wanna go out? Now I'm with you right there. Yeah, all that Fruit of the Loom agenda. You know what I mean? Yeah, they could pack that. But that ain't really got nothing to do with Trump though. That's just the country itself deciding, to make a shift. The same people who set those laws are the same people who created those laws. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's backwards. And then, y'all get a new person in office and expect them to undo the shit that was done by y'all. Shit is kind of backwards, man. 1 minute you got the Democrats blaming Republicans, Republicans blaming Democrats. When it's like everybody equally contributed enough from both sides to make this shit what it is today, whether this is a problem or not. Like the people, we didn't make this shit the way it is, so we not even in the fight. You know what I'm saying? We like the motherfuckers in the hallway that's watching the fight. Like we not even in the fight. Somehow we supposed to benefit from this shit, depending on who wins, but we not in the fight itself. We not calling the shots. You know what I'm saying? So shit kind of wild, man. I'm not a politician, so I try not to get all political and shit. No shit, Sherlock. It's the Dems' agenda. Trump just made it law to keep men out of women's sports, and I agree with that. I agree with that law. That is a fantastic law to create. But there's so many other laws, bro, that could be fucking fixed also. Besides worrying about all this identity crisis shit we having against men and women out here, despite of them not being aware or knowing who they are as a gender and shit, all that, you know what I mean? Whatever. Like, it's a lot of other shit that we could, New World Order population control. Okay, so you blaming the New World Order on the Democrats? And you blaming the population control on the Democrats as well? Because again, I think those are things that have nothing to do with either side. I think that's just the government in a whole. Like, if they want a New World Order, whether they got a Democratic president or a Republican president or not, like, I think they gonna do what they want to do. And population control is population. Keyword, population. So it's like nobody's exempt from that. Why would one group of people be exempt from population control when they are also included in that population? Yeah. I mean, that could be a fact, and I agree. Biden's tripping, if that is a fact. I mean, that's also, dude, but see, this is the thing. These things be cloaked in ways that make you say, okay, it's his fault, it's his fault. You can't possibly believe that Biden did that on his own. He decided to let 25 million illegals, and it wasn't that many. Well, it wasn't that fucking many. But yeah, you can't say that he let that happen when at the same time these are the ones who wind up voting for Trump this past term. A lot of those votes came from those Mexicans that people are blaming Biden for. That's why I hate to talk politics, because at this point, if you don't understand that both sides are working with each other, no matter what they portray to the public, then you don't know what the fuck is going on. You still are convinced that things are still normal if you ain't aware that. I mean, this shit is like Kendrick Lamar and Drake. They both signed to the same motherfucking people, feuding about something that they created. Not Drake and Kendrick, but the people who control the thing, the label. You created this mess, and you guys pretend to fix it. I mean, I'm sure, I'm sure that happens a lot more than we are informed about it. They don't let us know every time a Dem leaves or a Republican becomes a Democrat. They don't let us know all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna happen. As much as it's like the stock market. You know, one term, one president, the Dems might be up. Another term, another president, the Republicans might be up. So it's up and down, up and down, up and down. That's why I said they both work together. This is not a you versus you, or him versus him, her versus her. This is not that, despite how they try to make it seem that way. This is nothing more but people being appointed by more powerful people, just in a strategic way to make it seem as if it took the collaborative effort of the public, which is us, to help that happen. And that's not true. That's not fucking true. If nobody votes, the president will still be elected. If that were true, then the president would not be elected if motherfuckers didn't vote. But we all know that that's not how it works. If you don't vote, nigga, a president will be elected. Whether they lie and tell us that because people voted for that president or not, knowing that they probably just put him there because they wanted to, we have no control over that. But we are not ruling that out either. Like it's an impossible possibility. Corporations do it all the time. They sit one guy at the top seat and he runs everything but runs nothing. The people that you don't see at the top, on every other floor before you reach the top, in the cubicles, loud, chaotic, high volume areas, those are the ones who run the company. Not one, not two of them, but a collection of those people who sit in those cubicles. Every single one of them contributes something to running a company. You know what I'm saying? So shit is all the same to me. I mean, if the Dems been tricking us since slavery, then the Republicans been tricking us also. Because they both come from the same place, man. They both represent the same thing, despite the difference in opinions that they have. They both represent the government, a portion of the government. So the government is never going to be 100% Democrats, and it's never going to be 100% Republicans. Therefore, no one side controls nothing. It's a collective group effort. A collective group effort, man. You know, there's videos going around right now of people saying that slavery ain't even real. They claiming that it was never no such thing as far as boats bringing us over here. They claim it was black people already here, which I agree with. And they arrived here, which we know. And when they arrived here, they decided to, strong arm motherfuckers like the Indians. You know what I'm saying? And then they went from there. Now it could be possible that could be true. But although that's true, who's to say that when they came over here and took shit over, after realizing we were here first, who's to say they didn't put us in slavery then? Maybe the boat coming across the ocean shit is a myth. But the slavery part in itself might not be too much of a myth. Because think about it. I mean, there was a point where we had to be held against our will, I believe so. And if that is true, I believe that just like the Indians, like I said a minute ago, we face these same threats and problems they did. Except it didn't turn out the same for the Indians. You know what I'm saying? For us, they say, yo, we gonna make these motherfuckers help us build on their land. You know what I mean? Like, you know what type of person you gotta be to go to a continent, there's nothing there, and then claim that you went and got loads of people from another continent, stole them exactly, and then came and brought them to this empty continent and built it from the floor up, or from the ground up, should I say. And a couple of motherfucking lies, and there you have it, a country on your own. Sounds good. Sounds real fucking good, but nah, I don't think it was that simple. You didn't even know where the fuck we were until you reached us, Christopher Columbus. So you expect us to believe you found the place first. before you are the discoverer of this place. No, I don't believe that. I think Europe's most strongest era was the era that people wanted to be the discoverer of something. Or maybe not just Europe, but the world at the time. Maybe it was the entire world, yeah. And motherfuckers just wanted to be the first to be able to say, yo, I found this. And I think that shit was so strong at the time that people decided to get on a boat and just set sail and wind up where they wound up. Because in their mind, they probably believe, like, well, if I get lost, then I found something. I hope y'all can understand that, what I just said. If I'm lost, yo, you gotta stop getting on my nerve, bro. Cause you're getting on my nerve. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what's up with you, but you getting on my nerve. So anyway, yeah, like once you lost, you are actually capable of saying that you found something others haven't found, whether that's a land, a body of water. You know, if you're the only one there, and it sounds crazy, it does, but you just gotta think back in those times when the world was as it was. So motherfuckers will wind up in the Mariana Trench and be like, yo, yeah, I'm the first nigga to get here. This is blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna call it this. And if others haven't reached that point, they going with that. They going with Sun. Sun calling that shit to die. That's what we calling it. That's how the world was at the time. As far as knowledge, people went with what they went with. They went with the majority. And if you went against that, you know, shit was different. We all know how that turns out. It's nothing different from today. You go against certain things of today, you know, they can't stone you in the front of a fucking village like they used to. Or hang you and shit and claim you a witch. You know what I'm saying? They can't do that shit no more. So you know, they find new ways to get niggas that go against the grain. Word. I don't think that's ever gonna stop. They will find a way. If people can find a way out of the matrix, they will always find a way to seclude people who go against the grain. But besides all that slavery talk and politician shit, because let's be honest, man, talking about, you know, it's okay for
okay for people, for us to communicate about these things that go on in the world, but talking about this shit ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing, man. I'm just being honest. It only satisfies us as humans to understand that others hear us and see and understand what we going through while sharing things. But once we share shit and we all know we're aware of what the fuck is going on, after that we just fucking talking, just to be fucking talking. You know what I'm saying? So and these days nobody listening, and those who do, you don't know, because they don't even want to be. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want to be considered to be fans of that type of shit or listeners of it because they worried about how the motherfuckers gonna look at them. You know what I'm saying? So self sufficiency, rely on self as much as possible. Think for yourself, learn for yourself, teach yourself. Because if you don't, then others will teach you. Life's lessons will definitely teach you. So I try to do a lot of research on my own because it's impossible to learn everything. We don't have enough time here on the planet to consume that much data. You could learn a lot about one subject. You could learn a lot about many subjects, but you can't learn everything. I think knowledge is like numbers. There is no end to knowledge. Knowledge keeps on growing. I think knowledge is almost conscious in a way. You know, they say knowledge is power. And that's true if you think that's not that knowledge is a conscious thing. But I don't really know how this shit turned into like a philosophical stream because I wasn't even trying to, you know what I'm saying? Yup, buddy. Shout out to Yup, buddy for the political perspective. But yeah, I believe he the reason how the conversation took a turn. And that's cool. You know, I'm here to talk about many things. You know what I'm saying? All different types of shit. Yo, mate, yo, make sure y'all share and like the video, subscribe, and all that, man. I think I'm about to get off here, though. I got some business I gotta go handle now. But I'm gonna holler at y'all. Share, like, subscribe. I'm out.